Okay, so this is the Squier 40th Anniversary Edition Stratocaster. You can get this for about $400 American dollars. It's about $1,000 here in Australia money because, you know, shit's expensive here. But I got this for a pretty good deal. I paid for this with my own money. This video is not sponsored or anything like that. But let me just run through the specs from top to bottom, so you know what this guitar is all about. Starting with the headstock, you've got the classic 50s and 60s Strat shape for the headstock. You've got the Squier logo on there, you know, the old spaghetti text as you would expect, and you've got some nice vintage style tuners on there with like the split, and what are these bits? Poles? I don't know, but they're split, so you're easy for string changes. They're great. Yeah, and the headstock as well as the neck is tinted maple. It's not straight maple, and everything on this guitar, body and neck included, has a satin finish, which is very nice, comfortable to play, comfortable to hold, and I think it looks really nice. So going down from the headstock, we've got a bone nut, which is actually kind of surprising coming from a Squier. Getting a bone nut is something that not even some Fenders have, which is, I don't know if that's sad for Fender or really good for Squier, but you know. We've also got, for the truss rod insert, it's wooden, not plastic, which is something that the Fender Player Series has a plastic one, and I'm pretty sure it has a synthetic bone nut, which is kind of shocking considering that, you know, you get one of those for almost double the price of one of these. So, I don't know, Fender, what are you doing? Going down from there, the neck has 21 frets. I'm not sure what the fret size is. By the looks of it, I'm gonna guess it's like a medium or medium jumbo or something like that. Either way, they're actually pretty comfortable and well done out of the box. There's no real sharp edges going up or down here. They've been polished fairly well. Like, it doesn't feel very scratchy to bend strings or anything like that. So, overall, I'm actually pretty impressed with the neck, which is, by the way, a slim, pretty comfortable C shape. It's nothing extraordinary, but it's comfortable, it works, so I've got no complaints. Going down from there, I mean, you've got the classic Stratocaster setup here. You've got 3 single coil pickups, you know, neck, middle, and bridge. Now, these pickups are actually Alnico 5 magnet pickups, which is something you don't often find in Squiers. They're in the Classic Vibe series, but if you go any lower than the Classic Vibe series, usually with Squier, you get ceramic pickups that are usually fairly cheap. So yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed overall with the pickups in this guitar. They sound really nice. Good, solid Strat tones all around. Yeah, I'm not going to swap these out anytime soon. Now, I'm going to get onto where the guitar gets kind of interesting compared to other Strats. It's a very different looking Strat than what you would usually kind of expect from Fender. So, the pickguard here, which, by the god, that is a fingerprint magnet, Jesus, but the pickguard is not plastic, it's actually aluminium, or aluminum as you fucking Americans call it. Yeah, it's actually aluminium that has like this brushed look to it. It's kind of hard to pick up in the camera. You see those like streaks going down it? Yeah, it's like brushed black aluminium. It looks awesome, I think. I think it's a really nice touch all around. The bridge is, you know, just your classic 6-screw, you know, traditional style Strat bridge. Yeah, it has a tremolo and everything like that. Out of the box, this is actually done very tight. Like, it's kind of hard to push down, and you're not going to be pulling up with how it's set up. So, in a bit, I'll take off this back cover and loosen the screws up a little bit so there's a bit more, you know, movement to the tremolo. And of course, you've got your 5-way selector switch here, which is actually pretty nice feeling, solid clicks. Like, when you are playing, you know, classic Strat problem, you do knock it every now and then when you're strumming hard, but it's not super cheap feeling, the selector switch. As well as these knobs here, they're all very nice and smooth, no crunchiness or crackliness or anything like that. Yeah, like, all around, I'm pretty impressed with how this guitar's built and made and how well it came out of the box. Now, I did order this from Sky Music, which is a company here in Australia, and I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but much like Sweetwater in America, they do their own checks on the guitar and their own like quality assurance before they send it out. So that could also play a part in why this guitar is so you know, fairly well set up by the time I got it. But, you know, I'm still going to give the point to Squier anyway, because I think this is a very, very good guitar. Also, the two-tone sunburst on this, absolutely beautiful. I love myself a sunburst, so I'm very happy with this. The wood they use for the body is called Niato? Niato? I don't know. I'll show a screenshot of what it's called now. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not. But yeah, I mean, it's just a classic Stratocaster, C-shaped neck, 25.5 inch scale length. You know, everything like that you'd come to expect from a Strat. But it's for a good price in the form of a Squier. And yeah, honestly, it's pretty impressive. Now, these 40th anniversary editions for the Squiers, I think they're pretty comparable to the Classic Vibe series. They're a little bit more expensive because they're a bit more, I guess you could say, bougie looking. You know, they've got the they've got the extra features in different cool colors, like, you know, with this black aluminium pickguard, and, you know, there's like this there's like a seafoam green or blue one as well that has like a gold pickguard. I don't know, like they've got some very interesting colors and very pretty looking guitars if you like that sort of thing. I'm very much more of a traditional guy, so when I saw that this guitar, which is probably the most normal looking out of the bunch, was on sale, it was a no-brainer for me to pick it up. But that's enough of me talking about the guitar. Let's hear it. Okay, so Squier 40th anniversary Stratocaster. Overall, I genuinely think this is one of the best budget Stratocasters you can get before going into, like, you know, the Fenders and stuff like that. Of course, you could always go with a cheaper option, like the Squier Sonic series, maybe a Harley Benton, or or even like an Affinity series, because those are actually surprisingly good. My Telecaster is a Squier Affinity, and I think that's a great Telecaster. But I think if you're willing to spend a few extra dollars, I genuinely think this is worth it. Compared to my old Strat, which was a knockoff that I upgraded, there's a night and day difference. It's so much more comfortable, less finicky, stays in tune better, which is probably my fault. I just probably did a shit job on that other Strat, but, you know, it's nice just to have out of the box a good experience. So my recommendation is either get one of these 40th anniversary ones, which I think are around the same, if not slightly better, than the Classic Vibe series. I think Classic Vibes and these 40th anniversary edition Squiers are great value guitars. Like, you get a lot of bang for your buck. I don't think it's worth upgrading from one of these to a Fender Player series. If I was going to upgrade to a Fender from this, I would just completely skip the Player series in general, even the Player Pluses, because I genuinely think that you don't get that much of an upgrade over these from everything that I've read and seen. So if I were going to go to Fender after this, I'd probably go with a Vintera because I love my vintage guitars, or even like an American Professional or something like that. Massive jump in price, but that just goes to show that something this cheap can get you a long way if you treat it right and if you just get what's right for you. So I think this is going to be my daily driver alongside my Telecaster from this point forward. Because, I mean, I love Strats. I'm a Strat guy, but sometimes songs just call for a Tele, you know? But, yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you for sticking around and watching. If you want to support the channel even further, I mean, of course, like and subscribe. And there's also my Buy Me a Coffee link down below. You don't need to donate to the channel or anything, but if you have extra cash lying around that you want to spend on me for some reason, then feel free to. But, yeah, I appreciate you all being here, and I'll see you in the next one.